G'day guys, welcome to Scotch Down Under. I'm Ken.
I'm Carly.
And I'm the cue ball.
And we just recently did a Loch Lomond, a single grain coffee still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
good.
during that, we were talking about, imagine if this had some peat.
Yes, we did.
And yeah, shirt down below. So anyway, we were going, oh, this would be good if it had some peat. So I immediately looked on the interwebs when I was doing the editing of that video and found that they do have a peaty version, and I immediately sourced it and grabbed it, and Loch Lomond single grain peated. This is pretty much very similar to the packaging of the original one. It is exactly the same, single grain, coffee still, unchill peated, unchill filtered. I haven't drunk anything yet. Unchill filtered.
Non-coloured.
Non-coloured.
Definitely non-coloured.
I mean, yeah, definitely non-coloured.
Yeah, it's very
pale.
Very pale.
Basically just about watercolour.
Yes. Yeah.
Basically just about water.
There's a slight little hint to it. We'll talk about that in a minute, but yes. So this is, unlike the other one, which was floral and sweet, this one's floral and smoky.
Well, that remains to be seen.
Yes.
Very pretty tube.
Yeah, like the original one. It's so similar to the other one. They look very nice together as a pair. The colours really...
The pattern in the black on the peated is a little more prominent.
On the green, yes. Yep, like that leafy texture that pops out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. And then the bottle itself is obviously pretty much the same.
Very black. Can't see how much is in there.
No, it's very dark glass. I mean, you really have to shine like a really bright light to be able to see through it. This is down a little bit because we have opened this up and
Opened it up.
we have opened it, and I've had a few drams out of this, which is a good thing because we'll get into that when we start the tasting of it. But yes, great presentation, pops on the shelf. Yeah, it's really good stuff.
ABV?
ABV, same as the other one, 46.
Excellent.
Yep.
I'll double check. Yep, 46er. So pretty much exactly the same as the other, except this one's peaty.
Excellent.
Smoky. It's not peaty per se, it's more smoky. Before we have a sniff, we will talk about that colouring because this is an NAS and I'm thinking this is very young. Because
so pale.
it is so pale. I mean, if you put it against a white background, you can see a slight little yellow tinge, but if you just glance at it, that looks like vodka and you make
It's
spirit to me.
probably more along the lines of, maybe I should clean my pipes.
Yeah. Or I've poured water into my glass after I've
Yeah.
After I've
Left
finished my
some
drink.
dregs in there.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Right. Nose.
Smellies.
So I don't know how much you remember about the other one.
That smoke is wonderfully soft.
It is very soft and subtle. Carly and myself, we actually popped this on a live stream. And when we took the cork out, it was like a waft of smoke came
Literally
out.
a proper poof of smoke come out, and I just went,
Yeah,
was
so I don't know what
seeing
that was, but that was a good indication. And then we both nosed and we were like, ooh, that smoke is really quite prominent, but it's waned off a lot more now.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of integrated and a lot more subtle than what it was. I mean, it's still got that, a distant campfire, but I get there's like a little bit of bacon note, which I wasn't getting before.
The description is quite apt in saying floral and smoky because there is a soft floral sweetness there.
Yep.
yeah.
And the two are really well balanced on the nose. Neither one's overpowering. There's a bit of ethanol there.
Yep, there's a little bit of ethanol,
But you get that that soft smoke, and then
Yep.
it's that lovely soft sweetness coming through underneath.
and there's a little bit of bacon meat kind of thing, and I'm picking up a little bit of
Smoke,
like a
smoke meat,
that fruit. If I can see the picture of it. Pear. A pear. Yeah. The green one. See? Green. Pears. Yeah.
That's one way to make an analogy.
Or a Granny Smith apple.
Granny Smith apple? Yeah, a
Granny
green
Smith,
one. A real
They're
green
very
one.
tart, very
Very
green.
green, yeah.
Granny Smith.
If you grab a lime leaf, not the lime, but the leaf, and you crush the lime leaf, there's a little bit of that coming through.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I was hunting for the right, trying to figure it out, like that fruity thing, because I'm thinking, well, it's not quite pear, but somewhere. It's not a stone fruit. It's definitely.
No, it's the smell of like a real green pear, or like you said, the green Granny Smith. That real green kind of
that sharp, flinty.
sharp kind of yeah. Right, enough of that.
Yeah.
Ching ching. Campfire, gum leaves.
You get the smoke straight on the approach. Good mouth feel, viscosity. Then it comes up with that lovely peach note. Oh, not peach note, the pear note. And then that limey leaf thing comes through.
There is always that power of suggestion, but then it's like, yeah, definitely like that. As the smoke wanes off, it's a lime sweetness that's coming through. In all seriousness, it's like they've put a few drops of lime juice in there.
Yep. Are you getting any kind of metallic-y note on it at all?
Not really.
That's a big difference from when we first
First
tried
popped it. It
So
was
yeah.
not nice. It was like
Coppery?
no,
No,
not
it was
coppery.
like-
It was
Licking the side of a galvanized water tank.
it was not nice. It was horrible.
It wasn't horrible, it was kind of really in your face, because when we first had it, you pop it open and it's like you get that lovely smoke and we're like, wow, that's pretty good and then you have it on the palate and it's like, wow, that's really good, and then that sweetness comes in, and then as soon as the
Sweetness
pretty much
died down.
the finish starts to kick in, boom, you just get like, okay, I've just walked up to the galvanized water tank and I just went give it a big fat lick on the side.
Not nice at all.
And it hang around, it really stuck around. But now it's gotten down a bit, it's really opened up and it's turned into that pear sweetness and that metallic note is real subtle and subdued. But it's more of that citrus kind of note coming through.
Beautifully warming on the back of the tongue and the throat
Very
as you
much
It goes
swallow.
all the way down, yeah.
And then you still have that hint of smoke in the mouth and it drops off and that sweetness comes through and lingers really nicely.
Yep.
Sounds like all of our chairs are doing the old squeak at the moment. Yours isn't.
Obviously, with what you guys have said, this is another one of those ones that I'm glad I'm not here for the fresh pop. But I kind of want to...
Knowing what it was like when we first
Knowing what
popped
it was like, I kind of want to try it for a comparison.
Yeah. This is a prime example of first pop to halfway down the bottle. It changed quite dramatically.
And yeah, like coming back to something that initially you thought that's not great. Maybe I've wasted my money here.
Yeah, I was quite disappointed because we really enjoyed it when we first had it.
Yeah.
We went, wow, that tastes really good. The smoke and the sweetness was really good. And we're like, great, that's similar to that one, but added the peat. And then that real metallic note came through and it would just
didn't
hang
want to go
around
away.
on the palate.
It just stayed there and stayed there. And
There is a subtle hint of it.
Yeah, it's just real subtle, but it hangs around, but it's not in your face. It's just there, just every now
I
and
would
then.
I would liken it to drinking from an enamel cup that's had a chip.
Yeah, yep.
So there is that little bit of metal coming
Yeah.
through.
But it was only the first couple of drams, and then it really dropped off. Like the second time we tried it, it was like a lot less, and now it's pretty much it's pretty much gone.
can't distinguish it anymore.
So typical for me, once I've added a little water, I get more of the ethanol.
Me, I'm getting the opposite. It's a lot sweeter.
The lower the ABV gets, I seem to get more
Tickles, yeah.
ethanol.
Yep. You're getting a lot more
I
sweeter
get it.
on the. Oh, you. Damn, girl.
She obviously likes this
I'm
one.
leaving that bit for the toast, you reckons?
That bit I just had then, I got that metallic-y taste back.
Oh,
Just
okay.
that's just what I had then. I got that metallic-y taste.
It's a lot more subtle on the nose, but I get a lot more sweetness on the with the water.
With a little water, I'm finding on the front of the tongue, it's becoming, like, don't get me wrong, it's still smoky, but there's a little more of the actual peat, the earthiness of the peat,
Yep.
and then again it dissipates, but then that beautiful soft sweetness is still there.
Yep. Yeah, as soon as you swallow it, there's more of that earth coming through.
This is
Little
fantastic.
vegetable matter. Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, as soon as I was like, oh, peat version, I went, oh yeah, I sourced it and it was quite available, and I thought, yep, I'm having that. Thank you very much.
You know, as we've said before, I mean, me and Pete, we're good buddies.
Yep.
And I love, as much as I love big punchy peat, like I really, really prefer subtleties in the peat.
Yeah. Well, this is the
'Cause
smoke
then-
version of peat.
Then you can get more of those underlying notes, I find. But I like the way that this has changed from smoke to really soft peat.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, with the water.
And that makes me very
yeah.
happy.
I really want this on a bit of age on oak to see what it does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want a finished oak. I just want
Straight oak.
just straight American bourbon cask. Just keep going with it. Give it 10, 12 years. I don't want to go too long because I reckon it'll overpower.
Well,
But I reckon
maybe
this at a
maybe if we're lucky, they've left some in a barrel or two,
and bring an age stated one out.
and they'll probably bring an age stated as a limited,
Yeah.
Nice.
which could make it tricky to get. But I think this is one that we're definitely going to sort of flag it and keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how much are you going to pay for this? If you remember what paid for the other one.
Low hundreds.
Yep, I think that's what you said in the last episode. What do you reckon?
Yeah, so I think it's about 110, 115.
Well, you'd be surprised to know it's about $90.
Even better.
Yeah, so I found a site with both this one and the other one for $90.
Nice.
And I do remember on the last episode we said it was about 75 to 100 where you can find it, but you can find this in Australia. There's a decent site for $90 a pop.
I love the subtlety in this, and the fact that it's fairly readily available, under $100. I'd have to give it a 9.
All right, that's a bit higher than the other one you gave.
Yeah, but Pete.
Yeah, because I think you went 8.5, and then you went 8 3/4, or other way around, and then I went 9, just because.
But there is still that element of their standard single grain about it.
Yeah, like
Peat
it's still got that
I mean,
one in it, but it's got that peat added to it.
And it starts as smoke, and then it becomes more earthy peat. Mm-hmm. Love that transition.
And just having a little sip, then that sweetness that's kind of like a nectar sweetness, and it's hanging around on the palate, like sticking. Yeah.
There's a richness to the sweetness, but it's not big.
No, it's like
It
a nectar.
doesn't kill anything else.
Yeah, it's not a
beautifully
sugar.
balanced.
Yeah, not a sugar sweetness. What are you gonna
Really
give it?
well balanced.
I know
Okay.
you like this one.
I do. I like it very much, and I'm giving it a 9.5.
Whee, look
Oh,
out.
there you go.
I like this one.
You like this
I
one?
like this one.
Especially that metallic note has gone. I know as
Yes.
soon as you tried it, you went, oh, I like this. Yeah.
Yes.
I know, I think I liked it, the other one, a bit more than the other one. Well, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to give this a 9. I'm going to stick exactly the same as the other one, because I'm kind of backwards and forwards. I'm like, oh, do I like this one better? No, I like this one. No, I can't decide. They're both really, really good, and I really enjoy them. But I really want to see this with some age on it. I think this would really benefit from a bit more time on the oak. So there we go. There's the Loch Lomond single grain, peated, floral, and smoky.
Bring on more.
Bring on more.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. More.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to
Yep.
explore more Loch Lomond's. They make.
Absolutely.
I keep saying every time we do a review on it, they make good stuff, and these guys and their sister company, Glen Scotia. I'm on a big kick with their guys.
Oh, yeah.
They make good stuff. Yep. So keep it up, boys, and we'll be looking forward to exploring more of your whiskies. Until next time, have a good one.